Why? Please, no.
Hold! What's wrong with this picture?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
This person does not have the consent to kill this student.
Please help me.
You don't need my help. Legally, this man can't kill you.
Oh, okay.
Hi, my name's Euthy, and I'm here to teach you about the wonders of euthanasia. Hi, I'm a representative from the Euthanasia Society, or the excess of upset, troubled humans, and a way to kill none who want life and suffering inhabitants of the human race in a painless and advantageous way society. My name is Euthy, the T is silent, and I'm here to tell you about euthanasia. Euthanasia is a way to stop prolonging the pain of your loved ones dealing with incurable diseases by giving them the option of leaving the world in a painless, quiet way. People who are trapped in an endless cycle of suffering should have the choice to shuffle off this mortal coil into whatever comes next. For those who are concerned with the implications of suicide, don't worry. Euthanasia and suicide are not the same thing at all, because the patient is not the one administering the drug to themselves, and it is due to a clinical reason. Of course, such things cannot be approached without the proper cautionary regulations, and so we created a 4-step plan. In the initial stages, there's only one rule to follow. First, the patient must fill out an application to ask for euthanasia. This application must be approved by at least 2 other members of the family who are above 21 and in the right state of mind. The board will review the application, and if it is approved, the patient may move into the next stage. Now, this is the most complicated stage of the process for the consumer, but if you follow our simple steps, this overwhelming process can be easily pacified. First, the patient must determine whether or not they would like to have it be self-administered or physician-administered. If they choose self-administration, stop watching our video and see the Assisted Suicide Society. If they choose the physician-administered, congratulations, your path to euthanization begins. Next, the patient can customize the place, time, and method of their dispatchment from Earth. For places, our options include your room. Methods include pentobarbital, being taken off life support, and potassium pills. Wow, look at all those options. With that step finished, we can move on to the cautionary stage. Now, before we continue to the final stage, we have a warning for all patients and strict regulations that must be followed by each patient or family. This is not a revocable decision, so the patient must be aware of all caveats of this process. These set of rules don't apply into any specific category of steps, so we combine them into one stage. The first rule is that any patient who wishes to follow through with euthanasia must be in the later stages of a terminal illness to be able to apply for the process. Any and all persons in the beginning stages must be refused an application. If the patient becomes a ward of the state for some reason, the state must wait for the prerequisite time of 3 months before the patient can ask to be euthanized, and this must be signed by the state for the process to be legal. If the patient is in an unconscious state, they cannot legally be euthanized for 6 months. Then if the family does not wish to continue life support, the treatment must be signed by at least 5 separate family members. The final rule is that patient that is in a medically induced coma, they cannot be euthanized for any reason. With the cautionary requirements out of the way, the patient can begin the steps to their final stage. Now, we move into the final stage, the simplest but hardest stage of the process. The patient can have the choice of being alone or allowing family to be there for them. That's it. The process is completed. We understand here at the Euthanasia Society that there's a very hard process to work through, and that people may have some questions and disagreements. Let us assure you, we completely understand your concerns, and we're here to help. Some people believe that studies in euthanasia could take up resources that would be better used in the studies of curing some of the terminal diseases patients suffer from. This may be true at the moment, but the investment of time and resources in this field could actually be more beneficial, as the disease need for resources given to the terminally ill patients could be reused in the studies we need to stop these diseases from spreading. Another primary concern for euthanasia is the religious aspect of killing another person. This is a genuine concern that needs to be met with respect and sincerity. Although most religions condemn the act of suicide and euthanasia, it can also be seen as a way of helping a person escape the suffering they feel and allowing them the freedom of choice that terminal illness has taken away from them. Ultimately, the choice is the patient's, so we leave it up to them if they want to go through with the process. The last major concern is how euthanasia could lead to a change in laws against suicide in a negative way. We've already addressed the differences between suicide and euthanasia. Laws on euthanasia could affect a change in a separate subject are very low. Of course, euthanasia should never be a permanent solution to the problems with medicine. This is just a stepping stone to an even better solution, a way to cure the terminal illnesses people all over the world suffer from. We believe that with proper regulation and rules, euthanasia can make a positive change in the medical world.
Wow, that was really factual. Okay, well, I think I'm done here.
Euthanasia, legalized today.